So, what do you want to watch tonight?
I don't know, you decide.
Dude, this is perfect. This is, oh my god. Chloe, are you even watching?
Yeah, no, this is so good. Yeah.
What are you looking at?
Just Pedro Pascal.
I'm a huge One Piece fan.
And I don't know anything.
So this is our review of One Piece. This has been a long time coming. I'm super excited. I've been waiting for this for so long. And Chloe not being a One Piece fan, I need to know her opinion and I need her to watch this with me. I had some doubts. I mean, the first video I put on this channel was how the One Piece live action would fail. Netflix series for One Piece is destined to fail. The closest series I could see doing this well is the Cowboy Bebop show coming out. Since then, seeing everybody's love, support, trust, and all the talented people that came together, and it gave me a new sense of optimism, a new sense of hope that this could work. Someone is messaging me in the middle of this. I'm not answering. This is more important. After seeing these 8 episodes, I am super thrilled. This is amazing. I mean, I don't need to tell you this. You already know this, but...
Yeah, I already know his opinions. He won't shut up about it.
That is true.
Going into it, like, I had never seen One Piece. I'd seen, like, random clips that you'd shown me.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't really know anything about it. So going in blind was an interesting experience. Like, the world building that they had to do was really intense.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot going on. Even just the snail phones.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck is this? Look, I don't want anything to do with the snail phones.
But, like, aren't you, like, for someone that works in media, aren't you really thrilled that they did the practical effects? That wasn't CG, that was practical. Someone was puppeteering that snail.
Look, I have mixed feelings on the costume design and the set design because overall the sets did look amazing. They did look really, really good, but the costumes looked just like I thought in the trailer. Like, they looked pretty shitty at times and really inconsistent. Like, sometimes the wigs looked really good and then sometimes they looked really shit. It was giving, like, first season of Witcher when they had no idea what Geralt's wig was going to be.
Yeah.
Like, it was different.
It was not good.
You could see the work that went into it. Like, all of the physical sets were pretty crazy.
Especially the Baratier. That amazing. Like, Chloe would say, like, Chloe in the middle of the episode said, you know, let's go there. Like, I want to go to like a floating fish restaurant. Like, looked great. It looked really cool. And I'm super jealous for everybody that actually went there because it was a physical set. Like, they built that restaurant. Like, it looked amazing. So it was really cool.
Yeah, you could tell. You could tell it was physically built. It wasn't CG. Like, it looked incredible. So too bad Arlong's nose looks like that. But...
And you got a lot of flack during the trailer reaction for that. They're like, well, what else did you expect a fish man nose to look like?
They don't understand. That's what I said. What else are they gonna... His nose looks like that. What else are they going to do? I think given what they had, they did the best they could. Which there's just so much disbelief you have to suspend, and it's just a little bit much.
Why did that bother you and not like the rubber man?
I think the rubber was actually done really, really well, and how stretchy he was. There was nice, like, light passing through it and everything. It looked quite realistic for what it was.
Okay.
Really. I think Buggy was very well done. Buggy was probably my favorite character overall.
Yeah, he was great. Buggy was really cool.
In terms of him, like, there's so many ways they could have done it with him, like, popping apart, but just to have it, like, smooth plastic was definitely, like, the only way to do it without it being awful.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, what other way could you really do that?
There's, like, blood and guts just everywhere every time he split.
Speaking of blood and guts, there was a surprising amount of violence in this, which I was super surprised. I mean, look, in the manga, in the anime, it's bloody, there's a lot of dark parts of the story, but to see it in a live action form, especially when nothing, like, all the trailers have been nothing but goofy, colourful, fun, quirky, and then just to see Zorro cut someone in half. It was very jarring, but very welcome. It was a welcome surprise for me, honestly. You got to like Kobe. All right.
Oh, I don't like Kobe. Kobe is very little and looks exactly like how they do in the manga.
Was it just like the haircut mixed with the glasses, the goggle glasses that just jarred it for you?
I think Kobe was a good example of like the translation done badly. It just didn't look good. It looked too much like a manga, like an anime. Like it kind of looked ridiculous and was hard to actually believe that this person was a real person. Plus the Australian accent. I cannot believe actors with Australian accents.
Yeah. Like as Australian, I know how it is like for Americans watching like American actors, whether it's the same thing, how they go, oh, that doesn't sound very good.
Well, most of media is American accents.
Yeah, but
you don't see a lot of Australian accents. So when you do, I feel like it actually like takes me out of it.
I didn't care at all. I was like, this is Kobe. Like those goggle glasses and that haircut, that's Kobe right there. But you were just like, who is this pink-haired, goggle-faced Australian on my Rubber Man pirate show? What is this?
I think it looked a bit goofy, and Kobe's friend as well with the fucking like little bangs and like bob thing. That looked fucked. Like that character didn't look right.
They really did it justice from the manga. They did it really
they?
well. Yeah.
Because it looked wrong. Like, it did not look correct at all. Ew. Okay, yeah. Okay. So, similar thing. There's not much they could have done to make that look better. Holy shit.
A big controversial part of the story as well is this whole marine plot with Garp and Kobe and Helmeppo and everything. Did you find any of that somewhat interesting, or was just Kobe just too distracting and Helmeppo's haircut? Was it just too much to take you out of it?
I don't think that is what took me out of it. I just wasn't excited by the Marines at all.
Yeah, okay.
I think that whole storyline was just kind of uninteresting and didn't feel relevant. And even when, like, the main guy, is that Garp?
The main guy, Garp.
Yeah, when he came to them at the village place and they had a little fight and he was like, I was just teaching you a lesson. That's awful. Like, I just think that's really bad storytelling. I didn't think that was interesting at all.
I was going to say, is this bad in the sense of your grandfather beating you up and saying, this is a lesson? Because that is messed up as well.
No, it's like, I wasn't going to actually hurt you. I was just trying to scare you and teach you a lesson. It was just, I don't know, it just didn't
bad
do it for
parenting.
Me. Yeah,
very bad parenting.
Didn't do it for me at all. Something else I wanted to mention, the accents in general.
Okay.
At first, I was like, everyone's got a different accent. That's fucking weird. And then I remembered it's a pirate show and that everyone's from everywhere.
Yeah.
So the different accents, I think, actually help build the world.
I love Garp's accent. I thought that was really neat.
If you had the chance to change your fate, would you?
Garp really wanted Luffy to change his fate. Constantly be a Marine. No, I'm going to be a pirate. I'm going to punch you and teach you a lesson. Yeah, it was great. What were your thoughts on Zorro?
Zorro was like kind of just there.
Did you like him? Like, did you like his pretty face?
I thought Zorro looked perfect for like what I've seen of what he looked like in the manga.
Yeah.
I think there's a pretty good... He looks pretty similar. He's a bit of a pretty boy, but also you think about it, he's very young.
That's true.
And the story goes for a long time, so if you think about when he's like a bit harder, he'll look better. But like, harder, they probably won't know what that means. Harder in terms of like aged and like hardened face.
Weathered. He looks more weathered.
Also rock hard downstairs.
I think personally, out of all the episodes, the ones that didn't really stand out to me the most were episodes 3 and 4. The whole story arc with Usopp. I mean, in the manga in general, I wasn't too keen. I will say that they did Kuro justice. Like, the actor that did Kuro was amazing. Yeah, I do definitely think that episode 3 and 4 were a bit of a dip in all the rest of the episodes. But thankfully, Baratier and Arlong Park were definitely a highlight. It really did start to pick up. And look, I loved Sanji. I think Sanji for me is such a highlight. Buggy's a highlight. Shanks is surprisingly, like, I originally, like, talking about characters being hard and weathered and stuff like that. Like, Shanks is one of those characters that's like fierce. Like, just so you know, in that part of the story, when he was introduced, his bounty was 1 billion.
Oh, that little baby boy.
Yeah.
He looks so precious. He doesn't look like he could hurt a fly.
Like, this little baby boy having a bounty that high is hilarious. Like, I absolutely love that. But I loved him. Like, he was like, you know, Daddy Shanks is like, you know, a whole nother being. Like, this guy is like, well, like, Papa? Like Papa Shanks?
Look, I think he, for what you've described Daddy Shanks to be, I think he's a bit soft.
When you say like puppy? Papa?
I don't know.
Papa
like
is this Papa Shanks?
he's a little soft. Like, he doesn't look like he has a $1 billion bounty on him. I think that might be just part of the actor.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's an attractive dude, and I like Daddy Shanks, but like, I think he looks quite soft.
Yeah, he was quite soft, but I kind of like that. I kind of like someone of that stature being so kind of like just chill and, you know, I kind of like that. I thought it was good. Like, it's a whole different person. But I really enjoyed it. It was my Shanks. It was my Shanks. What were your thoughts on Sanji?
I did not expect Sanji to have a Manchester accent. That was the first thing.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. I was like, this dude is cooking. Literally, he's
that
cooking.
was the first thing that got me, right? Is that he talks like this.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm whipping up something beautiful for you. Here we go. Yeah. Well, I love that. It was amazing.
I think he's a good character. I think him wearing a suit is so fucking absurd.
Yeah.
Towards the later episodes, he's just like chilling in a suit as they're exploring. It looks so funny, but it looks straight out of the manga, which is cool.
But listen, can I just say, I know this is not really to do with the show. I mean, it's to do with the actors, but like the actor that played him had he learned to cook. He actually is now really obsessed with cooking, and he learned like taekwondo and like kickboxing, and is now like a black belt. Okay. So he's like really leaned into the role, and he's like really got a passion out of it, which makes you love him even more, because when he's doing this, you can see he's just making it his own. And I mean that Manchester accent is everything. It really adds to it. Like, this is his own spin. He's owning this role, and I love how they didn't shy away from everybody's accents. It was really cool.
Yeah, I can't say that I really care for Usopp. I don't think his backstory was really like that interesting.
I mean, he's fine, but when like in terms of like standouts, it's like for sure like Sanji for me, like wow, that's great. Buggy is wow. Luffy of course is wow. Like a lot of them are great. You know, Usopp fit the bill. He is Usopp, and I love that he's such a party. Like, he's just at Baratier, just drinking up a storm, having a good time. Yeah, he's just chilling. He's having a good time. I would honestly want Usopp to be part of my hangouts. Like, he sounds like a great time. It was a little bit weird just to see him kind of lie constantly in this. I mean, I know that's his whole character, but him just like, Arlong Park has just happened. Luffy has just straight up defeated Arlong with like a massive kick. Everyone saw it. Arlong Park collapsed. And then Usopp's there going, and then Captain Usopp went and defeated Arlong. It's like, what? It was just a little too much. A lot of gaslighting from Usopp in this.
Something about Arlong Park. First of all, Arlong Park, that is so fucking funny, it being called Arlong Park.
Mate, this is one of the most iconic arcs.
Like,
what? Arlong Park is great.
Arlong Park, that's just a really funny title. I like it though.
Yeah.
So
yeah. It's like what really intense fisherman.
Yeah.
Yeah, Arlong Park.
Also, actually, you know what? The themes of racism were actually really interesting and something I did not expect.
Well, that's okay.
Yeah. They really even just like Arlong having the rap theme was kind of iconic. Him walking into the restaurant.
Now in the trailers, right? Like, you only see glimpses of Arlong and it doesn't really hit right, but actually seeing him and just understanding, okay, this is how they're going with him and like the theme that they have for Arlong, I actually liked it. He grew on me a lot. I didn't mind him. It was the other fisherman that was really
ew. There was like one that was in the side of every shot, and every time it fucking jump scared me. I could not stand it. It was the big lips. I couldn't.
Was it the one that was like spitting stuff out of his mouth?
I don't remember, but it was awful.
Okay, yeah. There's a lot to take in.
Also, that like final fight at Arlong Park, when there was one shot specifically where Sanji just appears mid-frame and just fucking shoots over.
And kicks
and there was a lot of like random shots of like, I know they're fucking got crazy powers and they can just like shoot off, but there's just like random points where they just go that little bit extra far. You can tell, oh, they're on a wire. They're like,
yeah.
I think I now appreciate the goofiness of One Piece. Yeah, I knew.
Whoa. Go on. Go on.
Like, watching the trailer, I was like, well, this is pretty goofy, right? But it seemed a bit gimmicky. I think now that I've seen this whole season, I appreciate the goofiness. It's kind of funny. The fact that it's Arlong Park. The fact that Luffy keeps getting people's names wrong. The fact that, like
yeah, more. Yeah, what else do you like?
The snail phones. Like...
Yes.
Just like, there's so many little goofy things that I think really built the world up and did help me suspend my belief. And also, I just found quite funny. I wasn't expecting to find those little things funny, but I actually did. And I think I have an appreciation for the goofiness, at least, of One Piece. Story-wise, I don't know yet, but the goofiness, I understand.
Brilliant. I'm going to take that, read it in. Oh, my God. It's been a journey. Oh, my God. Wow.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
So the series is being received very well, which, like, I was telling Chloe before we even started, like, watching the series, I said, look, I think there's a high chance that this will get into the top 10. I thought that because of the amount of fans that are out there, it would get into the top 10. But the fact that it's number 1 in 86 countries is absolutely insane. And at the moment it's recording, there has been articles that have come out saying that they have a season 2 completely written up with a script, and they're just waiting for an announcement for a season 2 renewal. But this is it. The reception is just crazy to see. Like, on here, Rotten Tomatoes, 85% tomato meter for critics and a 96% an audience score of 10,000 reviews.
That's crazy. It's so hard to make a good adaptation.
Yeah.
And we've seen even just books and other, other mangas that have been adapted that have just absolutely flopped. And the fact that One Piece is so goofy and that it's being received this well and, in my opinion, hasn't been, could have been made better in production, I think it's crazy that it's done so well.
Yeah, so like Cowboy Bebop was the last big anime adaptation they did, and by Netflix, and 46% average tomato meter, 60% average audience score. And that for me was like a no-brainer. It was like Guardians of the Galaxy, space pirates, adventures and stuff, no problem. But they still, they couldn't do it right. So the fact that they did One Piece, the one anime and manga that is the craziest out of them all, and managed to pull it off, and everyone is universally being positive, it is nothing short of incredible. It honestly is.
Look, it's really, really hard to do to please people, and I think they did a really good job. I was saying to Luke the other day, I was like, you've got to get used to One Piece being mainstream.
Yeah.
Like, One Piece used to be like a weird, obscure thing. Everyone is going to know what One Piece is now. Yeah. So you're not different anymore.
I mean, that's what I want. I want more people on this. And, in this household, it was a little bit weird because, Chloe didn't watch any of that stuff and I love One Piece. I dedicate a whole bunch of my time to, talking about One Piece. So if more people, like if someone's on the street or like I'm hanging out with friends and like, hey, I've seen the Netflix One Piece, hell yeah, I can talk all about One Piece. They don't have to know anything about the rest of the series, and I can talk about Luffy, I can talk about Zorro, I can talk about Garp, I can talk about Mihawk, I can talk about all those people. I'm watching a clip right now of Mihawk cutting a ship in half, and it's great. Like, it is a great time to be a One Piece fan. It honestly is. I'm so happy. It's great.
And he was wearing this One Piece shirt. On the back, it's got different characters. And I went, oh, that's Shanks.
That made me so happy. That made me so happy. I was there making a drink, and she's like, I know who that is. It's like, wait, who else on there? I know that person. I was like, oh my God, this is everything. This is so good. Becoming more mainstream is something that One Piece fans just love. And it's what's so cool is, I know that you've spoken before about the thought that people are not really going to start watching the anime or the manga or anything. But if someone does have that thought of, you know what, this is pretty fun, and maybe I do want to see more into this, there is so much more of the story left to experience. And you're mentioning how far into the story this is with the season. Currently, there's 1,000 chapters. That takes season 1 is 100 chapters.
Yeah,
So
wow.
essentially, enough content for 10 seasons is available for people to look into.
And look, I am excited to see the next season, to see how they, with a bigger budget, can make it better.
Yeah.
Because those little things like costuming and all that just comes down to budget, and that can be fixed pretty easily. So I'm pretty excited to see where it goes, and I will be watching the next season.
That is great.
But I will never be reading the manga or watching the anime.
And that's okay, because if she can watch this, which is just, it's One Piece in its different form. Like it's the same, but a different flavor. And if she enjoys it, then that's everything I could have wanted. And if it means that something happens in One Piece, or, and she can recognize what that is, or somewhat understand why I love the series so much, then that's amazing. It really is.
And as I said, I get it. I get why you could like this so much.
Yeah. So what were your thoughts on Netflix One Piece? Let us know in the comment section down below. And also, if there's any clips that Chloe should react to when it comes to One Piece, let us know as well. I hope you guys have an awesome day. Take care, and I'll see you all on the next one.
Bye!